Dr. Lee says she'll be in to give you all the details.
I don't need the details. Just the bottom line.
You need to get some rest.
Jason, if you don't tell me, I'm going to think the worst. Am I going to be able to carry a child?
Dr. Lee says it's too soon to know.
Did Kelly put a time frame on how soon I'll know?
You know what? I didn't ask. I just wanted to know that you were okay.
It's so strange. All that build up for let's wait and see.
Well, she did say that it was a clean procedure with no complications.
Okay. Well, so far so good then. That's pretty hopeful. I am tired.
Yeah, it's the meds. They're doing what you want. They're forcing your body to rest. You need to let them work, okay?
Okay. Promise you won't stay here all night.
Just close your eyes. See.
How is she?
She's good. She's asleep. I don't want to wake her up.
Okay, the procedure? How'd it go? Did it work?
She got through the surgery with no complications, and now we just have to see if it takes.
Oh, that's great. Isn't it great?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's just, the whole thing's new. It's just new for me.
Well, of course it is. Yes, it's new. Because for the longest time, having a child wasn't even a possibility for you and Sam, but now it is. It is, and I know it's tough. I know you're torn because of everything that happened with Jake.
If I say you're right, Carly, can we not talk about this right now?
Well, I have to tell you stuff.
Didn't think so.
No, come on, you have to listen to me. You have to listen to me. You and Sam will be wonderful parents. Jason, don't deprive yourself from the joy of being a parent because
Carly,
you're afraid.
I know that you mean well, but I don't want to talk about this right now. Today is it's Jake's birthday.
Is there anything I can do?
You wouldn't happen to have a crisis for me to handle, would you?
Well, since you asked, Jax is still insisting that Jocelyn's home is with him at the Metro Court and that he should have full custody. I just went to confront him about it.
And?
I let it go. I walked in and he was having a conference with Brenda about finding her son, Lucian. And she let me know in her obnoxious way that since my daughter is safe, her son takes priority. So, I can't really argue with that, so I left.
What's the catch?
I don't know what to do. Jackson won't budge. The thought of a custody battle makes me sick to my stomach, but I'm not about to hand my daughter over.
And you shouldn't. You were right to back off today. Look, you can accommodate Jax as much as you can, but never give her up. Not for any reason. Not to anyone.
Hey, Jason, you got a minute?
Yeah, have a seat.
So, the reason I tracked you down, I'm sure you probably know this. Today's Jake's birthday. And it just made me painfully aware that every minute I had with him came at a great expense to you. And I'll regret to my dying day that my father was responsible for ending his life.
I'll never blame you for what Luke did.
Yeah, I'm discovering the hardest thing about death. That life goes on. About this, maybe it's just a way for me to think it through for myself. But the only way for Siobhan to stay in the country was for me to marry her. But it had to be on Jake's birthday.
Well, you didn't pick the date. If you did, so
Wait,
what?
you don't think it's disrespectful?
If we want to honor Jake, we got to find a way to keep going. You know, just do the best we can and just try to be good to each other.
That sounds good. I can't get there yet.
Dr. Merritt, call 5902.
I can't either.
Merritt, call 5902.
Thanks for letting me, ramble on about Jake.
I've been thinking about him a lot.
Yeah, no one knows what to say. Some people offer endless condolences. Others try to avoid it altogether because, I don't know, they think it'll just remind you of your devastation or something.
As if you need reminding.
Exactly. I mean, I think about him all the time. And I like talking about him, I mean, I like it when other people talk about him because it makes me feel like he won't be forgotten.
Yeah, when you tell me about him, I feel like I get to know him a little better.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry I only got to see
No, it was
him a
my
few
choice.
times.
It was my choice. Like I said already, you were a good father to him.
Did the best I could, I guess that's all any father can do. Jason, I need to ask you a favor, okay? It's about my dad. If he tries to get you to come after him, don't do it. Dad is an alcoholic. Everyone in my family has had to come to terms with that hard reality. I arranged for an intervention, got everyone on board, even Sonny and Carly.
I'm amazed he even sat down and agreed to listen.
He didn't. Ethan drugged him, and then we duct taped him to a chair. Basically forced Dad to listen as we all read from letters that we had written, told him how his drinking has affected us.
But nothing's changed.
No, nothing has changed. He's still drinking, even though we told him it was a deal breaker and that we'd cut him off.
You know what, Lucky, I'm sorry, but none of this is really my problem.
It's true that Dad won't admit that he was driving drunk, but he's drowning in guilt over killing Jake. He wants to die, and you're the perfect solution, man. I mean, he already tried goading you once. He's gonna do it again. The only difference this time is he's gonna raise the stakes. Now, I'm asking you, don't engage. Just walk away.
I can only be pushed so far.
When he came over to your apartment and mouthed off to Sam about how you don't have a right to grieve for Jake and all that crap, the whole point was to make you blind with rage so that you'd walk into the Haunted Star, see him with a gun, and shoot without ever realizing that the gun wasn't loaded.
This has got to be tearing you apart.
No, my point is, the gun is never going to be loaded, Jason. My dad is not a threat to you. He's sick. Alcoholism is not a bad habit. It's a progressive
If he had been
disease.
sober, he might have seen Jake.
We're never going to know.
Luke doesn't even hold himself accountable for driving drunk, Lucky.
You really feel that way? Why haven't you just killed him already, huh? I mean, it's not like he hasn't been begging you to do it, and we both know you could get
trust
away
me,
with
I'd
it.
like to. Michael's trying to follow my footsteps right now. Much as I'd like to, I'm not going to teach him that revenge is okay at any cost.
Despite what you think, my father is not past redemption.
I'm just sorry you're in the middle of all this.
I'm doing everything I can. Everything I can. We all are. We're trying to convince him that he needs to get help, and we need more time. That's all I'm
Look,
asking.
I'm focusing on Michael right now, okay? His girlfriend's facing murder charges. I got my hands full.
body.
Hey, come on, I'm sorry to bother you. If you have to go back to Sam.
No, she's asleep. What's up?
Anthony Zakar approached me on the docks. He was acting all friendly.
Okay, you need to stay away from Anthony. He's crazy.
You don't think I know that? He's Dad's enemy. He wants his territory back, and he sees me as a way to get to Dad. He's totally
Okay,
transparent.
but every time you think you know where Anthony's gonna come from, he's gonna hit you from another direction. Do not underestimate him.
He's underestimating me.
What did Anthony say?
That he's grateful that I killed his daughter. And that he wanted to do me a favor. Around that time, Mom showed up, saw us talking, and threatened to kill him.
I'm sure he loved that.
Yeah, he did, actually. He called her spectacular. The harder she went after him, the more he liked it. And it was really starting to bug me, but I wasn't about to let Anthony see that.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, and then Anthony took off. My mom basically ordered me to stay away from the Zakaras. But I can't. I need them to prove that Abby's innocent.
Blame your mom for being worried about Anthony Zakara.
Yeah, I know. I just wish she had more faith
Yeah,
in
but
me.
it's about wanting you safe. Listen, anything Anthony does is just setting a trap.
Look, you know, Anthony's probably the reason that Abby's being framed right now. I need to know more. So if he wants to work me, I'll make it look like I'm buying into it. I need to prove Abby's innocent before this case goes to court.
That's exactly what Anthony's counting on. You said he offered to do a favor. What'd you say?
I said I might need the services of a hitman, and if he knew any.
Michael, you can't trick Anthony Zakara.
Look, Jason, don't worry. I'm going to be careful.
Michael, well, thank God you're here. Can you please talk some sense into him? Tell him it's not okay for him to hang out with Anthony and Johnny Zakara and even Abby until after the trial?
I've spoken to Michael.
Unlike you, he respects my decision.
Please tell me you don't think it's okay if he hangs out talking to Johnny and Anthony.
That's not how I put it, Carly.
He can't afford to go back to Pentonville. Do I have to do this on my own?
You know what's gonna happen if you give Mike ultimatums.
Michael is talking to Anthony Zakara about a hitman. How much worse does it have to get before we do something?
Like I said, I'm talking to him.
You're not getting through to him.
Michael's not gonna listen unless we speak to him as an adult.
Jason, we have tried to reason with Michael. He's about to step in front of a freight train, okay? We have to do something.
You can't keep treating him like a child.
I'm not. I'm trying to save his life.
No, you're ordering him to obey you.
You're damn right I am. I am not gonna let Anthony Zakara pull my kid into the business. I'm not gonna let him frame Michael or torture
The harder
him.
you push Michael, the harder he's gonna push back.
Okay,
You know
so what
that.
the hell are you saying? We just let Michael call the shots here? You think Michael can handle Anthony Zakara?
Can you just trust me? I'm gonna deal with Anthony. I'm gonna make sure that Michael's safe.
It feels really good to be out of the hospital. I mean, I know I was only there for like a hot second, but there is no place like home.
Dr. Lee says you need the rest. Mm-hmm. So would you like to do that upstairs, or would you like to stay
down here.
Here.
Here. This way you can take care of me.
You got it.
Good.
Okay. You okay?
Yeah. This pain reminds me when I lost my baby.
How are you feeling?
Mild discomfort. Not that I'm complaining because it's for a good cause. If, of course, we decide to go that way. I mean, not that I'm pushing. Gosh, I don't know, maybe I should be running. I mean, it's not like I came from a good home life or anything. Who am I to think that I could be some poor kid's mother? I didn't even have pets. Oh, God, there I go again. Jason, you can just take one of those pillows and stuff it in my mouth. Maybe then it'll stop me from babbling on about a baby that doesn't exist.
It's okay.
It's not. It's pressure. And it's unfair. Especially now. It's just too soon after Jake. I know that.
You know, that's why I don't like to go to sleep. Because as soon as I wake up, I realize all over again that Jake is gone. And I have to just take that in and just try to get through the rest of the day the best I can. So, you had the procedure, and I know it's gonna be on your mind, and you're gonna want to talk about it. And I'm just saying that it's okay. Okay, so
Thank you.
you get to say whatever's on your mind.
Why? I mean, really, why should I be able to ramble on about every one-track thought that goes through my head? I say it stops now for the sake of my own sanity and your sanity, of course. It's just maybe every time I obsess over baby, I should just shut the thought down. I just had the procedure. We have miles to go before we make any sort of decision.
Between now and then, it's a mental process. You got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. It's, part of what ultimately becomes the decision.
I got so lucky the day you fell in love with me.
That was me.
Yeah, well, I'm running late.
That we have time to, talk about this and think about it.
Absolutely, I agree. I mean, it's a lot more than just adding a cute, cuddly little person in the mix. You gotta make the right choices and put them first.
Choices. Yeah, you have no idea whether you're making the right choice or you're not. And then one day you come face to face with everything you did absolutely wrong.
Yes, and it hits out of nowhere. That I remember. It's gonna be like that for a while. I'm here for you. Whatever you need. I just want you to know that I am here to help you.
You do. You are helping me. I'm glad you're here. I just can't stop my brain from just remembering every moment. Every moment I spent with Jake. I mean, I wonder where, what moment I could have done something to change what happened. And I know it doesn't work like that. And I'm trying to accept that the randomness of death comes down on people that you love and there's nothing you can do about it. But it's just as far as I can get in my head.
It's okay. You're making your way through a process.
I know, but I don't want to hold you back.
How?
Well, I mean, if, you're ready to get pregnant and I'm not quite ready, I just...
No, don't do that. Stop right there. Jason, if we decide to get pregnant, it's gonna be a decision and a time that works for both of us. And now, clearly, isn't it? So you know what we're gonna do? We are just gonna take it one day at a time, one task at a time. You do me a big favor.
Yeah, anything.
Get out of here. Go somewhere. Go on your bike and just ride and clear your head. And
I'm not gonna leave you alone.
really, because I'm exhausted and I could really use a nap.
You sure?
I'm positive. Go.
Look, it's not like the irony is like...
What's going on with Carly?
Well, Jax was here earlier fighting with Carly over Jocelyn. She's being released today, and Jax won't let Carly take her home. Well, before things got too heated, Jax got a call and took off. Then Sonny showed up. Now, he spoke to Carly privately. Looked like he was talking her into something. And Carly told me to stay with Jocelyn, that she had to help Sonny with something important and hope to be back soon.
Did either of them say where they were going?
No, not to me. I'm not exactly in Sonny's loop.
I mean, Sonny wouldn't have asked Carly to leave if it wasn't an emergency. And if Jocelyn is being released today, it's just not a good time for Carly to go.
Yeah, I hear you. I've seen enough to know the fight for that little girl is gonna be fierce.
What's going on?